Hey, this is R. Duncan Williams, and thank you for taking a seat with me for today's From a Rooftop Perch podcast. Don't they teach logic in schools anymore? So asked the professor to the children in C.S. Lewis's classic book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And the answer, sadly, is that most schools don't. People are increasingly jettisoning concrete, logical reasoning based on actual facts and data to support their opinions and arguments, and instead are basing them on the gelatinous goo of emotion and feeling. Now, emotion and feeling definitely have their place and function. A life devoid of these would be one bereft of so much that is beautiful, poetic, and the impetus for sacrifice, love, and courage. But when emotion and feeling become the primary foundation for one's beliefs and opinions, that is when the situation can become problematic. And this is exactly what too many people are doing today, which has led to ever-increasing nonsensical thinking. Our culture is devolving into absurdity, like a bizarre Dr. Seuss world in which people have adopted the most imbecilic notions. The following monologue is obviously an exaggeration, but it may not be too far off the mark if we continue on our current trajectory. Don't you tell me that the word for increasing one's directional altitude is up. I choose to use the word down when referring to a skyward direction. You notice that I didn't refer to that direction as heavenward. That would be imposing my religious beliefs upon another. Now back to what I was saying. To me, the word down conveys the very same meaning as others feel the word up conveys the idea of up. And to tell me otherwise is an unacceptable oppression of my rights as a human to believe whatever I so desire. Imposing your directional constructs upon my person is mean-spirited and intolerant. And if I choose to replace your word down and instead use the word aardvark, for example, who are you to say that I am wrong? You must conform and accept my use of the word aardvark as a way to express the notion of a person's altitude decreasing. To refuse to do so would be blatant intolerance and hatred for myself and my rights. Hyperbole? Yes. But for how much longer? The only way out of this quagmire of absurdity is to reach out and grab hold of solid absolutes, absolutes of truth, beauty, and goodness. If not, our nation will continue to dissolve, eventually becoming a boggy morass of meaninglessness. At which point, our country will no longer be a shining light on a hill for nations to emulate. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "Education without morals is like a ship without a compass." I believe the same could be said about our country. Well, that's my From a Rooftop Perch thought. Hope you will join me next time. Until then, you can listen to more podcasts and learn about my books at rduncanwilliams.com.